you probably heard of DeepSeek all over the internet. And here I am trying it out today because it got to my head. Everybody's just talking about it. Oh yeah, it's better than ChatGPT, it's better than Gemini. Here's some background so you could know what's the story. This is a Chinese app, let's say. There's an app, it's a server, you could download it locally and use it locally. There's a lot going on to it. But basically this is a Chinese AI, right? And the thing with this is it only costs $6 million to build compared to whatever budget that was set for OpenAI to build, especially with the Stargate project, the $500 billion or $400 billion, whatever, still too much money. According to some statistics, this took 5% of what it took to create OpenAI. And according to some metrics, which I will show you right now. So right here, this is the version 3. This is V3 of DeepSeek. This is not even R1. The R1 is the later model, It's the newest, model. So basically, the blue dashed line right here is the DeepSeek AI. And if you noticed, again, with only 5% of what it took to build OpenAI, this is the metrics that it shows and how much better it is doing than, let's see, DeepSeek V2, whatever, Llama, ChatGPT 4.0, and Cloud. So right here, in every single category, it's either outperforming, okay, or on par with either Cloud or ChatGPT 4.0. And then in math, it scored 90, which you got something like Llama scored 80. Again, these are AIs that have costed over billions of dollars. And this right here only costed $6 million. One more interesting point is America doesn't let China have the greatest GPUs. So basically, Nvidia GPUs have to be created specifically for China, downgraded for China. So this is built off of the back of some downgraded GPUs compared to what they use here to build AIs like Llama, OpenAI, Cloud, whatever. And then as you notice, this is the version 3, V3 of DeepSeek. And it almost outperformed every single time in every single category, which is insane, crazy. So now I'm gonna put it to some test. I'm gonna use it as if I'm using ChatGPT for some things that I want to see. So the first thing we're gonna test it out on is write me a code in HTML for a white candle and a candle flame coming out of it, and make the flame animated, make it 3D. And let's use the DeepThink R1. So the cool thing about DeepSeek is what it does when you prompt it with something, unlike ChatGPT or any other AI, it actually goes in there and it talks to itself. Like, okay, the user wants a 3D animated candle flame using HTML and CSS. Let me think about how to approach this. First, like, it talks to itself as if like it verifies and it asks itself questions that will help verify and help understand what it needs to do later on to be able to give you the best result. Like next, the flame should be animated, look like flickering. A cone shape would work for the flame. And then also we'll ask yourself questions, testing the code and the process check, whatever. Maybe tweak, transform, whatever. Values in flame isn't appearing correctly. Finally, ensure the code is clear and commented so the user can understand. Which honestly, this was pretty fast. For it to think, it took 20 seconds to think and talk to itself. And I've heard that sometimes it will ask itself questions and it will clarify for itself, which is crazy. The internal monologue is crazy for me. But let's see. It gave us an HTML code. This code creates a white candle with slightly transparent wax, drip effect, a golden yellow flame with orange inner core, 3D perspective and transform effects, flickering animation for the flame. The flame uses CSS animation with keyframes, whatever, candle features, white, whatever. So basically, it just explained it all. And then I would just copy it and then come over to something called CodePen. I'm gonna get into this in a second. This is very interesting and a cool website to use. First of all, I'm not even logged in, so you could use it without logging in. And this is basically to test your HTML, CSS, and JS code without having to log in or create any extra requirements or whatever. And you just paste the code in there, and you wait. Right there. So, I don't know why it's sideways, first of all. Second of all, the candle itself is white, the background is white. Let's see if we could go and change that. Let's see. Okay. The user wants to change the background to black. Let me look at the code I provided earlier. The original code has a white background, the candle, whatever. Oh yeah, right here. That's exactly what I was telling them about. Wait. And it's crazy, like the way it talks to itself is crazy. It's like, wait, the candle is white. So it should still show up against the black background. Because right here, first I will check the existing CSS code. The body doesn't have any style, so adding a background color, black, to the body should do it. Also, maybe set a margin to 0 to avoid any white space around the container. That way, the black background covers the whole page. But then wait, the candle is white. It should still show up against the black background. So this looks crazy how it goes into all this, and I should add the body style. Like, it talks to itself as if like you're trying to explain to your client what you were gonna do step by step and how it's gonna work, you know. Here's the modified version of the black background. Right here. Honestly, you could run the HTML file within itself, right here, which is also crazy. But I do like using the other app or the other website. And right there, after you insert it in there, literally select all and paste. And right here. It didn't look that realistic. I just went in there, I was like, yo, this animated candle does not look realistic. Make the required changes to make it look realistic. And then we just feed it into it. The user wants this animated candle to look more realistic. Let me see how I can improve the existing code. And then we'll just go through all of it and let's see. Alright, so boom, right here. I just supposedly made it more realistic, adding an HTML code or whatever. And right here, fix the tilt. And look how crazy it is. Look how crazy that the flame is flickering and all. But then again, copy it, come over here, code pen, and then Control A, and then V. Just wait for it to update, and then boom, right there. Simple prompt created a whole HTML code with flickering animation, which is really insane to think about, you know. And then it's an optimized code, so it's nothing too crazy. And overall, this was what, 5-6 minutes of just prompting and talking to it. This is insane. And also, you could take this code and implement it into your own project to have it there locally forever into your project. And that's really cool. Mind you, DeepSeek is fully free. Yeah, you don't have to pay anything to use it, especially on the website or whatever. And also, you could install it locally and just use it locally. Now, one of the trickiest questions that you usually ask AI to get it confused and all those is, how many times is the letter R presented in the word strawberry? Mind you, a lot of AIs get this wrong. So let's see how DeepSeek goes about it. Okay, let's see. The user is asking how many times the letter R appears in the word strawberries. I need to make sure I spell it right. Strawberry. And then it gives each one of them a number. So 1, S, 2, T, and then R. Then you got A, W, B, E, R, R, Y. And then right here, wait, that's 10 letters. Let me count. 1, 2, that's 10. Yes, strawberry has 10 letters. So R, position 3, 8, and 9. Which is, honestly, this is crazy, you know. So is S and R? No. Is T and R? No. I like the logic it goes about it. And then right here, the letter R appears 3 times in the word strawberry. 1, 2, 3. Honestly, amazing. That's pretty great. So overall, this was an introduction to how DeepSeek works and what the DeepThink feature is. Also, you could use online, which is nothing too crazy. Search the web for when necessary. Nothing too crazy. ChatGPT already does that. Some other APIs do that. AIs do that. You got Gemini already does that. So that's nothing too crazy. That's why we didn't talk about it. But then the DeepThink feature is very crazy. You could also have it on your phone. Again, this is very free. Now, I don't know how long we're going to have this app for before America decides to shut it down. But again, this is a very interesting approach to, I guess, thinking about prompts for AIs. Also, this is just the beginning. We're going to see how far it will go. And for me also, this is just the beginning of using DeepSeek. There will be more videos about how we're going to utilize DeepSeek to create other projects, other AI projects, other just projects for fun. I'm thinking about building a game, a little simple game, so we're going to see how it goes. But overall, that's all I had for you today. Comment and subscribe. So see y'all next time.